Good morning, Space Cadets. Welcome back to Moon Farm. Got a lot of stuff going on today. We got someone coming to dig a ditch. Need to do some work in the greenhouse. It's gonna be fun. The sun's shining and I'm happy and excited about that, so welcome. All right, I need to speak to somebody in charge. Did you give me COVID? Excuse me, did you give me COVID? Did you? Did you give me COVID? Excuse me, was it you? Did you give me COVID? Any of y'all? Oh, there are rumors around the water cooler, huh? Did you give me COVID? Excuse me, sir. I need to ask you about your vaccination status. Did you give me the COVID? Do any of the quails wish to own up to it? Did you give me COVID? Did you give me COVID? Excuse me, sir. I need to ask you a couple questions about your medical history, if you would indulge me. Excuse me, sir. Did you give me the COVID? You're the only one who's been giving me the kisses. What, you might have? You might have done it? Well, why did you go to work if you were sick, Mr. Murphy? Oh. Well, I don't know. The only place I go is to work, and I just asked all my coworkers, and none of them said that they had COVID, so I don't know exactly what happened. My excuse for not putting out a video last week is that I got COVID just like everybody else did over the holiday break. Honestly, for me, not that bad. Fever for 2 days, a little bit of body aches. Other than that, I'm right as rain. I mean, I didn't even get like coughing, sneezing, sniffles, any of that. My fever was pretty rough for a couple days. Maximum I hit was about 103.5. But Advil was able to kind of take the edge off that, and in the end, it wasn't that bad. If there's one thing that really sucks about having livestock, it's that when you get sick, it doesn't matter. They don't care. You still got to get out here and feed them. Get them fresh water that's all frozen now. So, yeah, I got the COVID. I'm fine. It's totally all right. I was a little miserable doing chores with a fever, but it had to get done, and it did get done, and everything's fine now. That's my excuse. The other thing, I tried to put out a video, but I literally lost my memory card, and well, it's kind of hard to edit a video when you don't have the memory card. Let's check on the low tunnel experiment. It's been relatively warm here, and I haven't taken a look at all under this. All right, so the arugula is doing good. That was already growing though. On the other half of this bed is supposed to be spinach, and I can see that there's definitely a couple that have sprouted, but there really is not much. So unfortunately, it looks like germinating the spinach has not been a very good success, especially with how cold it's been. So let's check the other one. The other one is just lettuce, nothing else. And I seeded it at the same time as the spinach. Oh, I can see frost on the plastic. We got pretty good germination. Oh yeah, lettuce is looking good. Thing is, that's 3 weeks of growth. So I don't think that we're gonna be getting a harvest of lettuce anytime soon, which is fine. My thoughts was, as long as, if anything, I'll wait until spring and then it'll grow when it starts warming up the soil and whatnot. And I'll just have some lettuce to harvest early, which is cool. And of course, these are just experiments. I said when I was building them, if they don't work, that's fine. Really, I'll just plant things out like tomatoes or you know, things I need to protect from frost earlier in the season, using those. It is 28 degrees outside today, 28. And inside the greenhouse, moment of truth, we're at 61.7. And that's with no heat running. That's just from the sun. Whenever the sun's out, man, it is beautiful in here. I don't have any issues at all. But as soon as the sun goes down, that's when the temperature in this greenhouse just straight into the ground as fast as it can. But check this out. I got some arugula growing, which is great. You can see it's looking a little bit yellow. I think I have an iron deficiency in this system. I did add iron, but it was an iron that was designed for a system with a pH of 7 or below. Unfortunately, my system's pH is not below 7. I'm also seeing a few of these here, actually. That one, it's actually going to seed. It's starting to bolt. So that's not a good sign. I do not like that. I don't know if it's because of the nutrient deficiencies, it stressed it out or what, but I may be harvesting this for a baby green. Here's something I'm really excited about. My lettuce decided to start growing. As you can see, most of them look like this because things were just not right and I was still trying to figure it out. But in a few of the cells, we got some lettuce growing. It's starting to put on some fresh leaves. And that is awesome. It means that I finally got it right. Even if this lettuce doesn't recover and grow to what I wanted it to, it does mean that the new stuff that I put in should start growing and should be just fine. But I will say this is a great site. Being able to look down the row and see green and see stuff growing, that's awesome. In order to make up for the iron deficiency, I have added a different type of iron that is bioavailable at a pH of up to 8, which my system's sitting at about 7.4 right now. I am trying to get it below 7 because the other iron is cheaper. But until I hit then, I gotta add this stuff, which looks like blood. It is not blood, it's just iron, which obviously iron is red. So let's add blood to the system. Ugh. Oh, oops, got it on top of the raft. Oh my God. Ah! Kind of looks like I murdered something, but it's not. It's just iron. Oh my God, it looks so terrible. We're gonna flip this raft over so it can get cleaned off. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Since the sun's out and it is so warm, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the heater. The heater will cool the air down in here a lot, and we'll probably go from 61 to somewhere closer to like 55, which is still perfectly fine. But it'll help warm up the water. Let me check the water temperature today. All right, we're sitting at 53.2 today, which means we lost almost 2 degrees in the last couple days. So a nice sunny day like this is great. I'm gonna try to get it warmed back up so that we can try to just maintain that temperature. Here's an experiment I'm working on. This is wheatgrass. I'm growing it in little pots, hopefully to take to my local pet store and see if they want to offer, you know, locally grown, organic pet grass. This particular kind is mostly wheat, has a little bit of barley in it. I've also got a couple other seedling experiments going here. This here is Swiss chard. We're gonna try to grow that in the aquaponics system. We've also got some spinach. And then this tray here has got some mustard, some dandelion, a bit of dill. It's all growing a little slow because it's been so cold. Hopefully it picks up though. All right, I need to clean up around here, and then I've got a friend coming to help me dig a ditch. Not a whole lot of fun stuff to show you. I may make a time lapse of the ditch though. Stay tuned. All right, so we got the ditch dug. Unfortunately, I really didn't have the elevation, so it's not draining at all anyway. It is, you know, kind of topped out, so if we do get more water, it will overflow, and it'll have somewhere to go. So let me show you this. So as you can see, we got water coming all the way down the ditch. He did a really good job on this ditch. Super happy with it, but unfortunately it bottoms out. There's nowhere for it to go because this ditch is not quite deep enough. I might be able to get the county engineer out here to dig the ditch deeper. I don't know if they would really want to do that, but it is an option. I got to get some of this dirt out of the road though, so the neighbors don't complain. While he was here with that machine, I had him help me load up some wheelbarrows with asphalt grindings and move those into the greenhouse. Saved my back from a whole lot of shoveling. So I'm gonna go inside and spread those around. We're trying to bring the level of the greenhouse floor up a little bit. I want to bring the level of the floor up just a little bit. That way, if water wants to go into the greenhouse, it has to come up a lot before it could overflow the floor of the greenhouse. Hopefully that'll prevent me from having to work in cold puddles of water all winter long. And there we go. That was one of the low spots, and it also allowed me to cover up the pipes, so I'll be able to roll a wheelbarrow through here and get it to go over this. If for some reason I need to get in there to fix those pipes, I should be able to just rake it back with my rake. Got a couple other little areas like that I'll be smoothing out today. Things are looking pretty good in the greenhouse. You know, I need to get it cleaned up because I want to be able to show people. Hopefully over the next week or so, I'll be able to get it up into tip-top shape and we'll be good to go. Get some more plants in there, get it growing, and yeah, hopefully that'll work out well. Thanks so much for joining me on this vlog. Hope to see you again next week, assuming that I don't get sick again. Thanks.